BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So, welcome to 50 Minutes of Experience, and today I'm with Anna Morris from...
I'm from Romania, but I live in UK.
So, welcome, Anna.
Thank you.
So, where do you live in UK?
It's near London, like 45 minutes up north. It's called Northampton.
Ah, I know this city. I know also a person is living there.
Right.
So it's interesting that. So as you know, I want to start to talk about your vision, your experience. But before of that, I want to ask you to introduce a bit of yourself. Then we can know better some other details I don't know yet.
Yeah. So I'm a photographer. I think my first experience with photography was when I was about 5 years old. My dad is a photographer as well, so I grew up with him, just around him really. And I think I remember my first memory with photography is me playing with the photographic paper. I used to draw on the photographic paper. And I wasn't allowed to use any of the films, so I knew certain things I wasn't allowed to touch. But I think nowadays I just take pictures of anything and everything.
So you are basically a photographer also in the job?
Yes, I do this as a job as well.
Okay, yeah, cool. So, and you work there in UK. So how is to work? I mean, you started to doing the photography in UK. I don't think you was already in Romania. So,
well, professionally, I started a couple of years ago when I started like posting and doing packages for basically being paid to take pictures, if you know what I mean. I started taking pictures when I was very young in Romania, and then I moved to Dubai, and then we moved to Saudi Arabia, and we lived in Cyprus, and now we're in UK.
So let's talk about this different experience. How is to shoot in different countries?
Oh yeah, it's a completely different experience. I mean, taking pictures in the desert is just magnificent. The lights and everything, the scenery there is like a fairy tale, really. It's beautiful.
And how is the connection with the people in different places to taking picture? This is probably the experience a bit more harder, no?
I know, yes, but I have to admit, even though now I am a lifestyle photographer and I shoot lots of families and children, back in the Middle East, I wasn't really connecting with people as much. I was just taking pictures of, it was just more like landscape and architecture. People in the Middle East are very welcoming, but you also have to be careful not to be rude, or some certain things would be considered rude. Things that we Europeans don't really, we just see them as normal. But so I just in the Middle East I kept it for architecture and landscape.
So your work basically is based on portrait, we can say that, no?
Yes.
So, and what I see from Instagram is most. I think I want to guess your children. I want to guess. I don't know.
Yes.
But and it's really nice in a way. I also I don't do it that for work, photography of children, but I will love. I have to say, because in the last year, I did a lot of picture of my child, and then yeah, it's really nice. I mean, you have a lot of fun, and you see also the world in a different way. And yeah, it's something I would love to start to provide as my service, because it's really totally another feeling. I mean, I love a lot the behavior of child, and the behavior of adult people sometimes is really out of freedom, we can say.
Yes, and one thing that obviously from experience I can say with my children, because they're 7 and 5 now, I'm just kind of obsessed with time. They just change so fast, and capturing the pictures from when they're babies, and I'm looking at them now, it's just amazing how fast they change. And at least when they're going to be older, they can just look back at all of these pictures. And obviously they're lucky they have all these opportunities nowadays that
yeah
we didn't have.
And I think it's also different, no, the getting in touch with the picture, that for them than for us, for example, because for us was, I don't know, I remember my father was taking a lot of picture of me, and I was not really like these moments, but you know what, probably because he was asking me always to pose or to smile. And this is probably also something guided me to make different kind of photography, to don't ask, to don't to just connect with people, or just acting as a reporter of the situation. And this is something I developed more recently, to document also if even if I have to doing a business reportage, for example, I have to doing sometimes work for a client, so portrait of them, I prefer to approach it with them with the reportage style, so more seeking inside of the situation. But why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because the difference is today, yeah, they are much more involved in photography than before of us, no? Because them world is much more overwhelmed of images, and this is something really interesting, I think, how they connect with these images, and for them it's totally something totally real, totally touchable. For us it was something, only some moments of our life.
Yeah, but I guess this is why my memories of being photographed by my dad, I remember the pressure, like he had one opportunity to take a good picture, right? Because everything was on film, so he didn't want to waste a lot of film on me just messing around. So it's completely normal. It's it's completely different experience nowadays with our children. We can just take thousands, hundreds of thousands of pictures of them. It doesn't have to be that particular one.
Yeah, so, but this also gives us the opportunity to create much more with these shoots we do it, I think. I mean, we for sure approach it also to the book of photography in a totally different way. We create much more moments to reserve, and we think much more about many different moments. I think this is in a way, I will say, for example, after my mother died, I started to think about, okay, I don't have a lot of picture of my mother. I mean, I don't have a picture of the recent last 10 years, for example. And this is something probably I will not give to my children. I mean, I will give to them much more picture about me, about them family, then because it's in a way it's also weird, that stuff that we relate. I think this is something also worked on our subconscious and our psychology part, that we refer our memories to images we collect, and it's really difficult, especially today, that we are overwhelmed, always watching something, always watching images. It's really difficult to fix an image inside of your mind. And I don't know, but it's really difficult for me to remember the exactly face of someone, or if, for example, if it's my mother or other people also. I have an idea, but it's not related to the true, probably.
Yeah, of course. I mean, just now I posted a picture on Instagram and I looked at the hashtags that I used, and within 2 minutes there were another 50 pictures on that particular hashtag. So like you said, it's just you get bombarded with pictures and pictures.
Yeah. If you try to write, I don't know, the hashtag photography on Instagram and you refresh, you cannot count the time anymore. It's like not one per second, it's one per millesimal second. It's something really crazy. It's and you have a thousand of pictures there uploaded in the same time. And there is everything possible imaginable. And in a way, this is for me, it's a challenge, because as I selected you, I selected also other photographer. I do it like that. I just check an hashtag, I refresh, and I watch what come out for me is interesting or not.
Mm-hmm.
And every day is a new challenge, because you never stop to search for real.
But how can you find something that is different? Because us as photographers, you always want to try and just get out of the crowd and stand out from the crowd and do better every day. But how? It's
How
tricky.
can you can so there are some particular things that can make you come out from the crowd. Yesterday I was talking in a podcast about that. I was talking about that yes, someone told me, yeah, I wish you will get much more follower, and I said, yeah, I wish not too many, because then it will be difficult to communicate with them. Because I think also is now, for example, we have around 3,200 follower, and every day I work with all of these people who follow the page. So I contact every one of these people.
Wow.
And most, I want to say, for example, I have a meetup here in Berlin, and I remember all the 380 people, the name and the face.
Wow.
And most of the people I talk in the podcast, I remember them, where they come from, the name, which picture they do it. And for me, it's really important to pay attention to all of these people and to remember them. That's why I do it this podcast, or as I do it also other project in this project. And I think always about, okay, will be really cool to have a lot of follower to just get attention, to get properly attention, because sometimes it's difficult. I mean, more in the financial way, it's difficult that, because as a no-profit project, it's difficult to survive on some costs. But in another way, I think, okay, and if I have 1 million people, how many of these million people follow me for real? Because I see a lot of profile, they have million of follower, and in the end they have less likes or less comments or less interaction than I have.
Yeah, it's true.
And so then I think, okay, it's better to don't have this big amount of follower, but to have, for example, at least 10,000, 20,000 maximum to talk with and to really doing collaborative stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's really easy when you have, for example, even if you have just 50 people talk about you every day, will be, wow, amazing. I think imagine 50 people talk about you every day, but every day. And this will be totally an effective difference. So it's, I think it's not important anymore. I mean, a lot of people pay attention of how much in quantity they get. But I think it's always important to see the quality of what you get and how the people interact with you or with us in general. So how to stand up from the crowd. To stand up from the crowd, I think we have to pay attention to the crowd and to see how the crowd work, what is around us, how we stand up from there. And yeah, if we need to scream, we scream. If we need to, if our screaming is not enough loud in this crowd, probably is not the way to communicate. And probably we have to analyze in which way these people react to us. And so what we have to say, what we have to do, or how we have to dress, or yeah, even stopping every person walking the street behind us. So there are many ways, but yeah, I think in your case, for example, I really like your picture of children. For me, it's so amazing, and I think it's not something common, because there are a lot of photographers of children, but it's always the way they get in touch with children that make them picture talking in a way different. And I think this is what make different your picture, is the way you get in touch with the children.
Yeah.
And even if you was doing a picture a bit more shitty, probably was not the best part. The best part is not to produce an images of quality, but the best part is to produce a sense of meaning with the interaction you have with subject when you work with subject. Because I know a lot of people doing a really amazing picture, but they don't know how to talk with people they have in front. And what remain in the end? A picture of someone with a beautiful image of you, but had no experience, no interaction, no anything.
I think it depends really. I mean, when it comes to my children, obviously, is completely different situation, because they know it's me behind the camera, so so they don't have to pretend there's someone else, or it's just them who they are. But obviously, working with other people's children, being a mom helped me to kind of connect in a completely different way now. If I would have taken the same pictures of children 10 years ago before I became a mom, it would have been a completely different story.
So this is what make the change, what make you stand up from the crowd, is your experience, and so only our experience can give us some answer.
Yeah.
Or the right question sometimes.
Oh, definitely. So, I mean, yeah, the way you change in life, it's obviously going to be reflected in your work as well. Yeah, for sure.
So to come out from the crowd, what would you like to do it as a new experience in your life? So probably someone can listen to this podcast and get in touch with your dream.
Are you asking me now?
Yeah, right now I'm asking to you. I mean, if there is not another Anna behind you, yeah, I'm talking with you.
To get out from the crowd, I think because I've been looking at so many pictures for the last months, and so I'm kind of changing. Like the last picture that I took was of my friend with the black hat, and I wanted to make it a bit more enigmatic looking, and I feel like that is one of the pictures that one of probably my best pictures that I've taken so far. So I would like to continue trying doing stuff like that, more like a fashion-y kind of way.
Can I give you an advice?
Yes.
Stop to watching the picture of others, create picture of your life.
Well,
because I think the best picture you do it are the picture of daily life, and not the picture you creating something. Because if you're referring to the last picture you uploaded on Instagram, I will say, and don't take it bad that, but okay. I will say I saw probably million of picture are the same, because it's an image is repetitive. Yeah. But what is not repetitive is something only you can refer. So in this case, as we say, the children, your children, but not only. Also, even documenting your daily life with your friends or else. So real moments. I think they talk much more than creating an idea we have in our mind, that probably this idea is structured from something we watch outside and we don't watch inside.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And
I
I think
take
this is
creative criticism.
just keep on the realities of every day, shoot as much as you can of every day, and try to just tell your story, and for sure you will come out from the crowd, because your story is unique, and you are not wearing a suit like everyone to be just someone going to doing your business, but someone is putting a real feeling inside. And this I think it's I would ask to other curator and other editor what they think about. And I think for some of them, I talk with all of us searching for that, searching for realities, for real words of other people. If we have to talk about photography, if we have to talk about experimental photography, so then will be another level and will be much more difficult, because that's mean in a way also breaking some rules that we are used to follow.
Yeah.
And even sometimes breaking also the cameras.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
I mean, you know, there was a really famous photographer I met, and he told me he started to enjoy photography when the camera was broken, and because images was totally different from the structure he was always working on, and he started to see the beautiful part when the beauty started to have another concept.
Oh wow, yeah. Could be like that as well, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, try. I mean, it's everything in a way easier if we just don't think and we do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not. If I think about, it's about my photography, and the thinking way go to the logic and say, okay, man, there are a lot of people doing picture much better than you. So what I think about is probably make better my work than others, not better, but different, is that things, there is me behind the camera and there is not someone else. And then, yeah, it's, what I do it here with the photographer, I do it also with the subject I shoot with. I try just to meet them, understand them, and if picture good, if the picture not good. I mean, you can do it to someone else if they are not good enough.
Oh gosh, yeah. But when you were referring at the picture with the children, was that the one with the shadows?
I mean, almost all of them. I think they are so cool. There is a lot of different moment, a lot of different picture. I watched also the picture on your Facebook, and I think they talk clearly about what is your real world and not what you want to construct, because you let them to be free and to be themselves, and let to be free yourself and yourself.
That sounds so good. Yes, thank you.
So we did, I think, over than 50 minutes of experience, and thank you a lot, Anna, and it was nice.
Thank you.
And if anyone want to work the children pictures of Anna and others, the link in this in description, and let's get in touch for next future to see what is the result of this podcast.
Oh gosh, thank you. Yes.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/Berlin Explorer, or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer Project.